Hi everyone, my name is Heather and I'm the person behind Happy Puppy Truffles, and today is Thursday, so we're going to do another fun kind of design board of origami on a board called a Shikishi in Japan. And you can really use, like I've said, any kind of board for this. Matte board works best, I think, because it's a little heavier, but you can use cardboard and cover it with some paper as well and still get some pretty good results. We're going to be, I thought we could just kind of make something simple and fun for if you are trying to decorate for a nursery or you want a fun gift to give to a family when you know that they're expecting a new little baby. And one of the things you can do is just kind of have some fun with some paper and different tones to kind of create just a really simple pattern. And I just used the little animals, the traditional animals that we have of the dog, cat, and bunny. I thought they all worked good together because they're all three really simple origami that come from the same base. And then you can kind of play around with different patterns of paper and tones and kind of create something really simple but subtle as well. And this certainly would work really cool too with, like, if you just used a couple different birds. Lots of different ways you could do it. I just kind of played around with these pieces because I thought they looked good together. You can use, a neutral yellow. I made a pink one as well. You can choose to use lighter color all across. I just wanted a little bit more of a vibrant background, but if you know people just really like pastels a lot, you could just even stick it with the whiteboard all by itself. So lots of different ways you can play around with this. I'm going to just show you guys using one here. We'll make a blue one. As you can see here with this, got all of the guys here made. If you need help remembering how to make these guys, you can check out, I'll have the link here so you guys know where to find everything. I used of course, handmade paper for the background, as I've been using here. And this paper I happen to have bought in Korea, but a lot of places have this kind of paper. It's a pretty common kind of paper that you can find at a lot of stores, craft stores, those kinds of things too. Even paper that you find that's really fancy wrapping paper, that's like a handmade kind, that would work really good too. And then the animals here, the two solid colored ones, I used taunt paper for these guys, and just a really nice kind of rich, thick kind of paper for that. And then one of these I used this is a special handmade paper that actually features little cranes on it and little flecks of gold and silver in the paper. And just real congratulatory, celebratory kind of image the crane is. So in terms of gifts, it's a great image to kind of have for that. And you could play around with which one, depending if you know the family and something like that, you could choose which one you want to kind of focus on. For example, I made my dog the fancy print one here, but then here I've made the cat. It's kind of just up to you guys of how you want to play around with it. But I have my dog and my cat and my bunny. And the bunny's just a little bit smaller, which I think is kind of cute. So what we're going to do is just do some of the basic kind of laying around of the paper here. You could play around with the angle that you use for this. It's just sort of up to you guys of how you like it. But I did tear my edges around here. One thing you could kind of do just as a guide is you want to just start with your paper and make sure it's about the same size or a little bit less the size of the actual paper when you get all the edges torn down. And then when you lay a kitty corner to everything, you get a little bit of these corner sides peeking out through the sides. And, I think kind of having it a little off is better than making it perfect. It's just up to you, though, again, on that. But kind of get it lined up, and then I'm just going to fold up the edges here. And I know you guys can't see this one. Let me show you guys up here. Fold up or down the paper so that you can get it flush against the edge up here. And we're going to then cut right there straight across, so that we can get where we need to get this to fit perfectly on the paper here. So we've got all those kind of framed off, and then I'll just cut these edges here. And then I use some paper to kind of get the glue down first on this without getting glue all over my desk, of course. And you want to try to keep the glue especially to the edges. That's the most important part. And I like to just try to keep kind of the fibers of the paper going there where that's important. And we got a nice straight line for the edge. And then maybe just a little bit in the middle to kind of keep things flat. My glue's kind of falling apart. We'll peel this off and then just stick it onto our board. Try to get the right angle going here. There we go. You want to try to kind of keep it floating up a little before you get it smoothed out here. You should be able to get something that kind of looks like this. And then we just need to put the glue on our pieces here. Now, the paper I used for this was actually 12.5 by 12.5, partially because I started off with this paper was that size. But then I also just kind of looked at it, and actually 15 would have made these guys just a little too big. I thought it would be a little crowded to have that many, to have that big of a paper. So you might want to kind of test it out first with some trial runs of some, you know, just printer paper or something before you finalize everything. But I'm just going to put things kind of in a little random way here. And choosing to have the dog ears flat is up to you or not. You know, it's kind of just a call. They do flap out a little, you know, and it's up to you if you want to glue them down or if you want to keep them flat. Just going to let mine kind of stick out there a little bit. Cat. Generally, the gluing of everything down keeps this fold pretty clear, but if you wanted to keep the layers down really tight, you can put a little bit of glue inside there as well. Now the rabbit is a little tricky because it is a little fat down here at the bottom, and you might want to put a little bit of glue in there just to kind of help it along. And then you might need to even leave things kind of overnight in some ways to keep it so that it doesn't stick up or poof out in a weird way. And the glue will dry clear, of course, but if there's parts of it, like this part here too, I know sometimes that pops out weird, so we'll get that to stay glued down. And that should kind of give you, make sure this stays down, sort of gives you the finished little piece with just some random cute little origami bunny animal creatures here, the dog, cat, and bunny, to kind of add some cute decoration for the nursery, and as just a simple gift to somebody if they're expecting a baby. So just kind of a quick and easy sort of project. The origami is not that hard. You don't need to have a lot of super fancy paper to still make it look cool. It can look really cute with baby shower wrapping paper and stuff. If you use some of that, it could be really cute too. So lots of different ways. Sometimes whole nother way to think about sometimes with origami is to use fabric and to do like origami but with an iron and sew things down into a quilt. These shapes are all so simple and easy to do that you could easily make these out of fabric and use that for a gift as well. So that kind of gives you guys a quick and easy project to do here for today. And I'll have some more shikishi or these kind of display board projects for you guys later on as well. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.